Stopgap dance company, Oriente, Occidente. In 2022, Oriente and Stopgap joined forces to deliver a 12-month project promoting equality, diversity and inclusion in Italian and UK dance scenes. The project was created and driven by leading disabled artists with the aim of supporting practitioners across Italy and the UK, providing them with training tools to develop more equitable and inclusive practices. Each workshop resulted in an exchange between disabled and non-disabled dancers for a total of 8 meetings between April 2020 and March 2023, 4 in Italy and 2 in the UK.
Hello, my name is Cherie, my pronouns are she, her, and I am the Community Engagement Artist.
I'm Laura, my pronouns are she, her, and I am co-artistic director of Stopgap Dance Company. This has been part of a bigger project where we've had multiple trips to Italy and Italian partners coming to the UK. But this particular section, we've had 2 visits up in the north of Italy and 2 down here in the south. And we've been working with community artists, community dancers from lots of different backgrounds. Not all dance backgrounds.
No, not all dance backgrounds. Teachers, facilitators, people that work in theatre.
The group warm up for a day of moving.
So we've been bringing our knowledge and our tools that we use in our creative practice, in our creative learning, and sharing it with them. A lot of the learning has been through experiencing and doing, through a series of different workshops.
And then we allow time to have conversations, reflect, answer any questions, and have just an open conversation on sort of our practice and the tools that we use, and to let them know that, this is just an offering, a way that we work, but they can take and mould and adapt for their work that they are doing within the community. So for working in Turin and then here in Matera, we use a very similar structure. We just tweak and adapt to the group, their needs, maybe their experience, but we are really focusing on our community practice and choreography, and again how you can take an idea and make it work with different groups. We always start with a check-in, seeing how we all are, and this is different each day. We do our cockney warm-up, which we do with all of our youth companies, as well as pass the dance and different options for that.
One person dances and then passes a touch to the next person. They pass the dance around the circle, everyone exploring their own movement.
We then spend the morning on a class looking at dance skills, and each sort of exercise or day has a different focus. Yesterday we looked at contact work. We spent today looking at breath. We had some breath work this morning. So having a different focus for the day, but all sort of tools and tips that can be used and developed.
We use within our work quite a lot of work with textures and different qualities of movement. So we have various games and explorations to introduce the idea of moving with textures, and also sensory reactions. So various different ways of introducing movement that might be quite different to mainstream, or in a different setting they might use.
Using a small blow-up ball filled with glitter, people pass the ball between them, keeping it afloat and dancing in contact with one another and the ball.
I'm Elisa. I decided to come here for the workshop because I'm very interested in dance disability, and in Lavanderia Vapore there are a lot of activities for that, and I decided to participate and I enjoy it.
I'm especially interested in international cooperation because, in my opinion, the dance is actually beyond any border, and we can have cooperation and workshops in national ambience, but if you really want to catch and exchange ideas, the international dimension gives you more.
In pairs and trios, dancers explore contact with one another, hands meeting, rolling, resting, hugging one another.
I'm Chris, I'm 24, and I dance since I was 10 years, and I started dance just for playing, but more time passed. I've always liked to understand how our body can move with dance, but in general, so not just dance.
I saw the work of Giuseppe with Virgilio Sieni, and I was really impressed. Then I saw on Facebook the promotion of the workshop, and I say, okay, it's fine. And then I was really happy that there was Giuseppe in the group, but also there was a Stopgap because it's international. So different approach, also different point of view, but in the same time sharing a lot of things, you know, like partnering and contact.
Fingers walking across someone's back, tracing the spine of their partner as they roll up to standing from a bent over position. Blind Italian dance artist Giuseppe speaks.
My name is Giuseppe, and I'm dancer and performer. I met Stopgap company 5 years ago in Rovereto. When I came in Farnham in August, I discovered a lot of information of this group because it's a big experience, and for me it's a school. I understand I can explore different methodology to teaching, to work in dance with disabled and not disabled people.
More moments of contact. Outstretched hands, palms meeting, wrists connected. We pan across to big pieces of paper with notes of learning from the sessions.
I think now I'm rich, rich of information, rich of experience. Yeah, I think it's very important, this exchange, this opportunity for all persons who want to work in this world, in the dance, in the theater, in the performance.
Dancers moving in contact. They close their eyes, listening to one another as they move together.
I think it's what has been a really interesting experience with the different languages and the different cultures. When we teach, we use a lot of movement instructions that are with open language. So, for example, words like hop or melt, and that for us it translates into movement quite well. But we're discovering that that's not the case. Not always the case in Italian or with other languages, that sometimes it's not necessarily the literal translation that you need to go for. So we've been working to find words that work and are meaningful for everyone. Yeah. So it's been an interesting journey with that.
I really love the way the teacher brings us in the work. I mean, I feel no judge. It was really comfortable, and also dance skill, because it was a technique work in a very simple way.
We did an exercise of contact improvisation, but how can I have to change to give her the right information, and so I changed for this person and for the exercise.
Always everybody put yourself in comfort zone and really without stress. I'm feeling so calm and really enjoy every moment.
Everything was okay.
The bigger group performs as dancers sit and watch and observe.
of the things I think I've really enjoyed is there's a real sense of community, and there's people that maybe know each other and have worked in the area together, some people who are brand new, like Laura said, it was their first sort of introduction into inclusive dance, but there's just a real group and community, and the support and teamwork, the sort of individual connections and collaborations that happen from being able to bring people together, and that by day 4 everyone's like, okay, we've got this, we have word of the day at the end of each day for reflection, so for us to be able to go, yes, okay, great, we are making progress, doing well. So I think that's been one of my favourite things.
Inclusive dance practice is really important, and so we're very pleased that we've been able to bring more of it here and kind of introduce people to it here. Being able to support disabled people or people who face barriers in accessing dance, to give them the opportunities and kind of create a bit more equality or equity within the dance world. But also, I think inclusive practice is important across the broader dance world. It's the skills that we use and develop and the ways of approaching dance, I think, can benefit everyone to kind of get to understand their body more, to be a bit more open, and to embrace diversity as well. So I think it's really important across the spectrum, but also in terms of removing barriers.
Joyful end-of-day dances, weaving in and around each other, they groove and smile. One person runs into place as everyone gathers for a group photo. Smiling, they clap after the picture is taken. A view from the theatre seats. People file out of the space until an empty stage is left. Oriente Occidente, Arts Council England, British Council, Stopgap Dance Company.